Welcome to Mrs. Sou's Math World. Today we are going to discuss the normal distribution. So for normal distribution, it's under the assumption of many kind of the curve. It will be in this shape. So it's commonly called bell shape in this way. And then this graph is symmetrical and with the refractional symmetry about the mean, x equals to x bar. And then because they is symmetrical, the graph, the mean, median, and the mode are all equals to the mean. So as the graph is to be symmetrical, so if you see the concept chat session in the same page, so this one is not normal distributed because this graph is not bell shape. It can show bell shape, but it don't have refractional symmetry. And the median, which means the 50% of the data, it might be somewhere here, right? So does not having 50% is also not correct. Why do we need to learn it? So these four properties are very important in normal distribution. So the first thing is for the graph, it is symmetrical, right? So 50% on the left, 50 on the right. And then this is x minus 1 SD, okay? Between 1 SD, you get 34 plus 34%, which is 60x%. This is x SD, right? X bar minus SD within 1 SD. So second one, between 2 SD. So you can see the English here, lies within. So we will usually say within 1 SD, within 2 SD, and then lastly, 99.7% of data lies within 3 standard deviation, 3 SD. So these numbers are fixed because this curve is always having this special property. So please go to page 9.52. So this sentence will be the English that will be provided in test of exam. Okay, to help you to understand, so let us use the graph in the previous page. Within 1 SD, within 2 SD, and within 3 SD. So let's start. So part A it says from x bar, that means the mean, to x bar plus 2 SD. Alright, that means we start from here, within 1 SD and within 2 SD. So you can see from here, 95% divided by 2, you get 47.5%. It's just like color shading exercise actually. But of course, for the question like part B, it may not need to be started with x bar. We can have starting from x minus at 1 SD like this, and then to x plus 2 SD. Alright, so let me magnify the graph. So this one we have done it in part A. I know between 2 SD is 47.5%. And then for between 1 SD is 34%. That means we have to add that. So you get 34% plus 47.5% to get 81.5%. So let's try to do part C. Oh, this time it says we want the data which is greater than x minus 3 SD. That means we want all these. So if you want to do it correctly in a careful way, then we can use subtraction. So first let's have a look on the value which is 49.85 here. Means this part. And don't forget that on the right, this one it goes forever, but equals it means it's greater than. and the bell curve never touches the x-axis, then you get 50%. So to get the result, we just need to add the two parts of area. We get 99.85%. Okay. So this concept is important because you can know the percentage of the data which is greater than or less than it. So let's look at examples. For example, it is quite troublesome because we need to study some sort of paragraph in English. Okay, so you see that from example 9.14, you see the lifetime of 10,000 light bulbs produced by a manufacturer are normally distributed with mean 2,500 and standard deviation 60 hours. And then we need to find the percentage of light bulbs with lifetime between these two values for A1 first. So how to make sure that we know these sorts of values? So usually we will match the data first. Alright, because for this question we will only have the mean plus 1 SD, mean plus 2 SD, mean plus 3 SD. You see this date number is greater than 2,500. Okay, so it can't be any other value in core math. So mean, we know that 2,500. Mean plus 1 SD is 2,560. So that means we already get the values required. So for A1, step 1, write down the position, these are the position, okay, of the bell curve of 2,500 and 2,060 for these two places. Then for the rougher, you can sketch a graph, the bell shape. So this is the mean. So this is mean plus 1 SD. Okay, so according to the graph, this part is 34%. Okay, the value of the positions, they are 2,500, 2,560 for hour. Then, therefore, answer will be 34%. So it's basically the steps are the same for most of the questions. So for part A1 is done. So we also do it similarly for part A2. So for part A2, we need the value of 2,440 and 2,680. So let's handle the number 2,680. So we get to plus 2 SD, that means 2,620, because the mean is SD is 60. Then x plus 3 SD. So we have complete one of them. So for A2, we will have x bar plus 3 SD equals to 2,500 plus 3 times 60 becomes 2,680 hours. Step 1. Then we go to the other way around to look at 2,440. So for subtraction, each time minus 60, so you get 2,440. Oops, it's already fine. So we can leave alone for the rest. So x minus 1 SD, 2,500 minus 60, 2,440 hours. Then we also sketch the curve of a bell-shaped curve. Sorry, so it will be ugly. So this is x minus 1 SD. This is x bar. This is x bar plus 3 SD. Okay, so we need all the values here. Left you get 34%. For the yellow one, you get 49.85%. I use the green one. The yellow one is not easy to read. Right, so therefore, the percentage is split into two parts. The first part is the 34% between 1 SD on the left, and on the right, you get between 3 SD, 49.85%. Then you can add them together to get the answer. And here is the result. So finally, let's go to part B. So this time we can see that the manufacturer claims that there are at least 9,500 light bulbs with lifetime more than 2,380. And they ask what is the manufacturer claim. And actually you can have a look on it, which is we haven't used the information of 10,000 here. So that means the claim is you have 9,500 over 1,000 times 100%, which is 95% of the light bulb are going to have a lifetime which is greater than 2,380 hours. So this is the claim. So is it correct? Then we use the help of the bell shape to help us. So to start with, we need to check the position of 2,380. So we use the value we have done before. So we also continue to minus, so 2,380. So that means this value is x minus 2 SD. We want x minus 2 SD, that means if whenever is greater than it, then we will have 95%. And then we need to check whether it's true. Step 1, draw the bell shape. It goes to x minus 2 SD. This is x bar. So for the right hand side, 50%. For the left hand side, x minus 2 SD, from the graph you get 47.5%. Then add these two together. You find the corresponding percentage. Add these together, you get 97.5. So to answer the question correctly, then we find the number of light bulbs to check whether it is greater than 9,500. So after we calculate, you get 9,750, and don't forget to compare to the values because we want at least 9,500. So, and remember, because many of you do not have the habits of one-line conclusion in your homework, okay? Remember, at last you must say, yes, I agree. So this yes, I agree will cost 1 mark for this sentence. Remember to write it, okay? So I hope you have some basic understanding of a normal distribution. That's the end of this session. See you next time.